You know, one thing I always kept it real on is just being yourself and never switch up who you are. Bad Baby. You know, y'all know her, the Dr. Phil girl who basically said, "Catch me outside, how about that?" She had a little fake music career. You know, this girl was in the headlines for so long, OnlyFans, etc. But now, this girl has done something so despicable, something so sickening that I had to talk about this, right? So this girl basically lied about having cancer, right? Because she told the world, "Oh, I got cancer. My doctor said, got some bad news today. I got cancer, etc." But yet you have time to get a BBL, a nose job, to get your tits fixed, you know what I'm saying? Get breast implants, whatever the case may be. But remember, if you got cancer, and again, some of y'all may not know, but if you got cancer, you cannot get any type of procedures done like that. You can't get no BBLs, you can't get no breast implants, you can't get a nose job. So turns out this girl lied about having cancer. Listen, I lost family members to cancer. You feel me? Just like everybody else lost family members to cancer. That's something you don't play around with. That's something you don't joke with. That's something that you don't even bring up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it may be. This girl has been a punching bag for the internet for who knows how long. Being in an abusive relationship with her baby dad, who basically blacked her eyes, as you can see on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And again, she wants to play around and joke around like this is something to joke around with. You don't joke around like that. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The fact that this girl even went around playing like that basically shows that she does not respect cancer patients. She don't respect people who lost their battle with cancer. You feel me? And I'm not going to sit here and stand for that. You feel me? Because again, why in the blue hell would you sit here and play around with something like that? That's nothing to play around with. That's some serious shit. You know what I'm saying? People have lost family members, mothers, fathers, cousins, baby cousins, animals, you name it, to a disease like that. You feel me? And you want to play around with that? No. And a lot of people should be calling this girl out, but of course they're not going to call her out. You feel me? Because they want to sit back and let this girl parade and play around and get away with shit like that. No, homie, I'm not letting that slide one bit. You feel me? That's all the way dead it's all the way dead over here. You feel me? You don't play around with shit like that. You know what I mean? That's some serious shit. You know? So again, do the research. Do your homework. No doctor, no type of medical physician is going to operate on anybody who already has cancer. Doesn't matter what form of cancer. They're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the cancer that she claimed that she has is white blood cell cancer, right? And again, they're still not going to operate on you. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to sit there and do any type of procedures on a person who has white blood cancer. They're not going to do it. So again, you're playing around with cancer. That shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? What you really need to start doing is being you and living your truth. Because this the same girl who wants to be a black woman. But yet she sits there and say, "Oh, who wants to be black?" Apparently you do. Apparently you do. Because you're doing everything a black woman is doing. And then you want to say, "Oh, it's my life and my choice." Listen, when you're right about one thing, it's your life, your choice. But when you sat here and you basically played around with cancer, nah, that ain't flying over here. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You need to worry about fixing your life, and you need to worry about leaving that dude who's putting his hands on you. That's what you need to do. And again, you're proving what I've been saying in my single mother videos. If people know, you know. How these women will never leave these Madden Kings, these abusers, these dudes who put their hands on women. They will never leave those type of dudes because that's what they love. They love those type of dudes. They love those type of dudes who don't have a job, unemployed, don't got nothing going on. And as you see on the screen, put their hands on them. You know what I'm saying? Because she pretty much said out her own mouth, there ain't nothing you could do to make me leave this dude. And I'm going to let y'all hear that. You feel me? So again, you don't play around with cancer. That's something you don't play around with. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You don't play around with shit like that. You feel me? And then you want to sit there and damage control. Like, I'm cool, man. This girl needs to be canceled, bro. Real shit. Like, that's something you don't play around with, bro. If that was anybody else who came on this internet shit, or somebody in IRL did some shit like that, 9 times out of 10, they would have got their ass beat. Or 9 times out of 10, they would have been canceled. You feel me? This girl needs to be canceled for sitting over here playing around like that, bro. Like, real shit. Like, this don't make no sense. You sitting over here playing around like that? Crazy. But anyway, man, how y'all feel about Bhad Bhabie, a.k.a. Danielle Bregoli, lying, straight lying about having cancer just so she can get sympathy? Mind you, she got a BBL, she got breast implants, and got her nose done. And anybody in the medical field can tell you that no doctor is going to operate on you while you have cancer. Okay? That's the truth of it. They're not going to do that. You know? So again, Danielle Bregoli, better known as Bhad Bhabie, lied about having cancer. Shame on you. And you can go to hell. You can go to hell. Real shit. You can go to hell for lying. That's all I'm going to say on that note, man. Your boy Skiez. All my social media links are in the description below. Run those numbers up. And yeah, man. Lying shit like this, nah. We don't play that shit. Hell nah.